How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and the stock we're going to be talking about today is SOS. Yes, we spoke about it yesterday, but we really got the opportunity to see how resilient she was today. So if you're new to this channel, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be breaking down the technical analysis, and I also want to throw in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. Let's get into the technical analysis. All right, so let's get into the technical analysis for SOS. Actually had a quite interesting day today and was very resilient, and it's part of the reasons why, again, if you are bullish on Bitcoin, then this is a solid play to take a look at. All right, so as you can see here from yesterday, we ended up gapping up in the early parts of this morning, right at 4 o'clock. From the close that we had yesterday around 13:55, we ended up opening today at 15.83. $15.83 from 13.56. We had that gap up. And a large part of that reason has to do with Bitcoin. All right. So as we started off the day and so forth, we had some sell-offs here, and that's fine. That's okay, right? Then we just started consolidating a little bit, going on an upward trend, and we ended up hitting a high up inside the pre-market around $16.46. Strong move. Again, we have some sell-offs here, but again, we end up revisiting that high again right at 7 o'clock, $16.46. And then we get a little bit of a sell-off going down, and after picks back up. But before we go forward, let's take a look at something here. Do you see something that I'm seeing right now? We see multiple points. We had a double top here in pre-market. As we go down lower, right? These are different areas, so just keep this in mind. I want you guys to just keep this in mind. So as we start to go down, leading into the market open, we hit this low here at 8:34 a.m. around $13.29. Then a strong move all the way to the upside. End up coming out looking like we're open up in the market like around $15, right? And then there's a strong push up, bringing us to $15.85. So one of the things that we need to take a look at here is what happens, considering this is the stock, SOS. So even though it plays heavily on what Bitcoin does, at the end of the day, we can't ignore the fact that it's a stock. So as you can see, first thing in the morning, even though it does this big move to the upside to 1586, you could tell it was really trying to test the pre-market high. There was a sell-off, right? So when we started selling off, we ended up getting down here to $12.25. And as you can see down here on the RSI, that's around 38. So you know at this particular part that, you know what, the price has been beaten down. It is oversold. All right. Then we started making a move, push back up to the upside. And after we got above VWAP, which is really a good sign. But after, again, hit a little bit more resistance because we reached the top here at 1448. Pulled back down a little bit, came back up, right? And then again, just hit VWAP, got rejected, came back down. We ended up getting down to $12.84. And take a look at what's going on. I always do these midway cuts while I'm doing these analysis because I want you guys to learn something. It looks like a support area, doesn't it? You see all the intersections there? See that area? See where the constant touch points in that particular area of 1282? All right, let's move on forward. So we have some buying going on because, again, if we look at the RSI, look, it's around 31, right, at this point. So a lot of people are buying in saying, hey, you know what? It is oversold. I'm going to start loading up. So we got to move up to the push here. But again, met with some more resistance, and literally all the way from 13.44, we ended up going down to $8.85. And part of the reasons for this happening, like I said, this is a crypto Bitcoin play. So it is very volatile. So this was actually a point where Bitcoin ended up going back into the 50K range, right? If you take a look on the Bitcoin chart, you could see that it was in the 50K range. All right, so just keep that in mind. So that's the reason why the stock went down to $8.85. And then lo and behold, when Bitcoin gets back into that 52K range, what do we have here? A strong move all the way to the upside from $8.85 all the way up here to almost $13. Wow. That like almost doubled. Just like $2 more and some change. No, sorry, like $3 and change. And then it would have been almost a double. Wow. But anyways, that is a big move. I know a lot of short-term traders, swing traders, really took advantage of this because, like I said, even if we take a look at the RSI down here, RSI was 11. Yeah, RSI was 1141. 1141. You guys know if it's below 30, it's oversold. So you know that's a good place to start your entry. But this got beaten down to a RSI of 11. So if you did not catch any, even in this whole entire area of the dip, then I am shocked because that was literally the best area to get. Even if we spread out the chart, the last time in this area was back over here in the 15th. The 16th during pre-market. So again, this was a big opportunity here. Congratulations to those who were able to catch that dip. Like I said, Bitcoin got to the 50K range and then recovered very quickly. And as you can see here, as it hit that high, I saw that Bitcoin literally was like in the 52 something range. All right. So that's something we need to pay attention to and why you need to be prepared for the volatility. So as you can see here, this is an area of resistance. Because as for the entire day, for the rest of the day, we never got above that $13.47 range, it looks like right here. So looks like we tried testing it on one occasion afterwards, didn't work. Went down, tried testing it again, didn't work. But literally just stayed consistent, also staying above VWAP. So that's also a good sign, and that's bullish. That's looking very, very bullish. Because as you can see, for the rest of the end of the day, we literally stayed above VWAP and we were consolidating in a solid range between the high 12s. So the 1280s all the way up at these resistance areas of 1328. So we were going between the 13 and the high 12s for a good while of the day, good portion of the day. So if we look at the cursor from here, this is like around 1:30. And we literally stayed in this particular range all the way till close to 4 o'clock. So again, that looks really, really good. So now, if you guys are new, I know some people who've already been around for quite some time. This gray area pretty much means after hours, all right? So within after hours, ended up going to $14. And this is an area that we're familiar with because like you said, I know you're seeing it on my chart right now. If I go right across, there's some support, right? We did have a gap up here. This is a gap that needs to be filled, but I really don't see any concerns about that because we've done very well. I never got to go through with this with you guys. Whenever you see some gap ups like these, you'll probably see it on a chart that has a lot more space, but it's very important for a stock to fill the gap. So this is part of the reasons why at open, when it did drop, you see how it kind of is that gap there that we had? It went right through that gap. So just know that whenever stock you're looking at, if there's a gap from the day before, or this could be looked at on a weekly chart and so forth, even a monthly chart, then you want to be aware of that because usually when the stock gets around that price, and again, there's no area of proven of support in that particular area, you're going to have a large drop like what we saw first thing in the morning. We also got to take into consideration the market also wasn't the greatest either. So the fact that the market wasn't the greatest either and SOS got down to $8.85 and then rebounded back and just started consolidating in the high 12s to 13s, that is very impressive and it's very, very bullish. So as long as Bitcoin is tearing it up and keeping up the momentum, SOS is going to continue to do well, right? Like $14 and it's right now the after hours high. I'm saying right now it's 8:51. The market's closed. But anyways, so Yeah, as you can see here, we hit the market high here at 416, which was $14, and literally from there, consolidation. But the good thing about it, look at all that consolidation that we could see in the pre-market. This is a good area because this is actually one of the areas where it's a safe area here at 1351. Even when we take a look down here at the RSI right here, it's around 47. So it's that's fair, around that $13 range. So as we see going forward and going to close, finishes the day at $13.60. As far as what my predictions are, if we gap up for tomorrow, I could definitely see a move into the 14 area. Definitely see a move in the 14. If we gap down, I don't see it. Like, it'll probably be maybe low 13s, maybe around the 12s, around this particular area, because again, these are areas of support consolidation. But again, if we do have a gap up, I'm letting you guys know we are going to be touching that 14 area, and depending on how Bitcoin goes and how it moves, we'll definitely be retesting that 15 area. As you can see over there, that'll be a nice area to move, because if we could pass through that particular resistance area, we could definitely make a strong move to 1588 and then make a move to 16. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this technical analysis, and I hope you guys enjoy your evening. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. So to give you guys my final thoughts, SOS is looking real good. I told you guys already there's some solid growth potential behind it in regards to seeing how Bitcoin has been moving and so forth. There's definitely some growth to be seen, and just seeing when it got down to the low in that $8 range and then bounced right back up to the current price where it is right now. This is something that you have to keep on your radar, keep on your watch list. And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know you're doing it at your own risk. But these are one of these stocks, hey, you do not want to miss out. And it's something that you should consider, all right? I'll be talking to you guys soon. Peace.